That might be worth a look.
See anything? All clear.
Bet that will fit in my pack. No more prayers. Only dust and silence.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Shut it!
Ancient, indecipherable text covers the plaque.
A dead tongue. Whoever worships here must be long gone. On my way.
No harm in trying.
Have you back on your feet soon. Close at hand.
That's curious.
See anything?
No.
All clear.
No more prayers. Only dust and silence.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious.
Seek and you shall find me.
Let's get going.
How can I help? Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep. I have a cat, a library, and a wig. There. Didn't that paint enough of a picture?
With a flip of the wrist. Broken. Must have been here a while.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Converse with it. I barely know what it is.
But Demaze, if it's intelligent, we can't just...
Hells, this isn't worth it. I'm out of here.
Enough gawking. Get me down. Never.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say. Questionable intellect. Unsurprising. Release me, or enjoy a future as Geich. Mind flayers. The atrocities we are becoming. I know a remedy. Release me and I will share it.
Let's get on with it.
Enough dawdling. Get me down. The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me. You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks. It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Geich tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification. A pity that. I made an offer and you accepted. Your fantasy is not my burden. You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel. Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A Kresh must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
No time to rest. Another broken trap. Who made... Not much use anymore. I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time! By the 9 hells! Open the gates!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Guard the bastard! For the absolute!
Cutting to the chase.
Don't get too close.
By sickle and sword, strike them down!
My path be true. On I go.
I'll bleed every last one of you!
close at hand.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate! Good. Damn.
This.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable! Tell that to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foul-bloods ain't known for courage.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm more worried about this parasite than a few goblins. We need a healer.
We need to leave. Perhaps we should have stayed in Elderville.
Be with you in a moment. Not a trick, my friend. Magic. Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of? Spot on. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on? Day 4, excruciating pain as the skeleton and organs reform and reposition. Day 5, the host personality has disappeared. Fingers and toes and limbs elongate. I take it you get the picture? Day 6, the flesh around the mouth splits to make way for tentacles. Day 7, a mind flayer is born. Spot on again. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal. That, alas, is where my knowledge fails me. A rogue might call it luck, a priest might call it fate. As for myself, I'm a pragmatic. I see the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Open up.
Abominations grow inside us. Our bones should ache. Our mouths should bleed. Yet we thrive. It is madness. Keep your rest short. Time is not our ally.
couldn't help but overhear... Well, all right, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant? Whatever they were, those plans were interrupted by the dragons. Either way, we can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. We have to find a healer. Well, I've said my piece. Get some rest.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
Refugees, adventurers. No one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. Ah, I forgot, you're a blow-in. A few days hence, this grove will be completely concealed by thorny vines. None will be able to enter or leave. A drastic measure. But more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels. As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The grove will be locked down soon. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need. Sylvanas, guide your path.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back, right now.
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
I made no such oath, and I will not be held responsible for these people.
Just be responsible for yourself, then. We have to stay. It's the right thing to do.
Thug. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive,
It'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave? This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can. Keep the goblins out forever. This is no fortress, and we're no warriors.
No helping it. We're exposed now.
die if I let the road at me.
Something the matter? Fine. What's on your mind? You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly, but all things considered, you'll do. And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor at some point.
Chatter already, Tuskee? I expect I am your first. I suppose I am as alien to you as you are to me. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. Those diminutive scales of yours look like mistakes. You look out of proportion. An oversized lizard with delusions of grandeur. No matter. I don't intend to keep my eyes trained on you for longer than necessary. I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less. Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born. Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me. Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Never get a smell. I have to burn them.
Why, hello.
We should have left by now. Damnation! Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake. And what about us? There's every chance we've doomed ourselves by helping these people. We will end up fodder for some goblin's blade, all because Leah insists on helping every wounded foe we see. Our best chance to make it to Baldur's Gate is on our own. This place is lost. Please, I can handle myself. It's others that are the issue. You are looking at Leroican's newest apprentice. Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate.
I've heard that name before. A young man, yes? Lives in Ramazes Tower in the upper city.
The very same.
Word in Waterdeep has it he's a bit of a cad. But you say he's an accomplished wizard.
Of course he is. The greatest spellcaster along the Sword Coast. As if I'd settle for a lesser mentor.
In that case, I'd very much appreciate it if you could arrange an introduction, should we reach the city.
Common gossip. The byproducts of ignorance and jealousy. I've admired Leroican for years. Never dreamed he'd answer my letter. But I've worked myself to the bone for this. Few can match me in either magic or talent. The names Roland and Leroican will be known far and wide. You'll see.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
Scowl on your face, Frightened.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can. You've been on hard times too, huh? That doesn't mean it's behind us, though, does it? Here, have more. We'll need every bit of strength to make it to Baldur's Gate. Trust me. Doesn't taste half bad.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Aha! You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie. Well, that depends. What's wrong, lovey? Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse. What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home. I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale. Hey, bother. Be careful on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Petal.
True. Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. Might have to teach the rest of us that trick, then.
Expect half these blades will break the first time they strike a goblin skull. I've had to make do with what I could scavenge. Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Nearly ready.
We're exposed now. I'm the grumpy rodent. We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. Scour your face with front control. You're an idiot.
What will we do for work when we get to the city?
Whatever we want.
I miss my forge.
Really? Right.
Let me work my magic.
We're exposed now.
Hope the goblins are smart enough to poison their blade. Shoes. Where are my boots?
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Assume nothing.
How many people are dumb enough to ask? We need pockets to pick.
The road isn't too bad. Hells take me. What I wouldn't do for better tools.
Hope the goblins are smart enough to poison their
Blackets
blade.
will be done.
Is that everything? I think that's everything.
No one's stopped me yet.
Die if I met Roland thinking of this place.
I'm waiting on someone and you aren't him. Do you mind?
It's on for a good while after this.
Good to be back behind the walls, have to say. For as long as that lasts. Don't make me hurt you, boy.
Too late!
If it ain't the fearless Goblin Slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot. Half my crew are full of holes. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here, and losing track of the bloody druid. Alcyn. He's a leader around these parts. Or was. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it.
Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
Don't know what I expected. That much gold for some long-lost relic. And from a wizard, too. I should have known. The gold probably turns to lead the moment you leave Baldur's Gate. Stupid thing to die for. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own todger. Goblins made short to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out. No bother. We're just daydreaming anyhow.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
Know what you mean?
Do we ever?
But I've heard there's all sorts in the city. It might not be like it was in El Terrell. I mean, in Baldur's Gate, they give you a chance.
Good luck to you. Wish us a little too. I think we'll all need it.
Bite your fingers off! I will!
I'll talk to the guard at Baldur's Gate.
Goblins, druids. This grove is a death trap. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice.
By Mordai's eyes. Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Lower. You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards. The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
Rough. Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh. When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was rough? The T-sling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Children! Look who's here.
We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy.
The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands. Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this. Kind words in unkind times, my friend.
Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship. Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. Doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
That ship sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses. Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. Sorry, but there's no room for me. A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Don't you lie to me, boy. I know you have to.
Touch me and I'll bite your fingers off. I will! How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
Right. I've got food. Water.
The rat's eyes soften as he emits a pained squeak. You realize the source of his discomfort. One of his front teeth is chipped. The rat bristles with an offended hiss. The rat hisses at you, his eyes flashing distrustfully.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You're gonna kill him too?
You! Move! You're right. I wish you weren't, I really do. Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
Your soft heart will be the death of us.
Can't say I understand that. Not sure I want to.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break, Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important. We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. In short, I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside. I'll spare you the finer details, but begins with a simple biological deterioration, Muscle spasms, disorientation, a slight ringing in the ears, and, if left for too long, catastrophe. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical. We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. You know for yourself how hard-won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger. There'll be danger involved, or great cost. Splendid. Bit of boldness will serve us well. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure. As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises. I hope I can count on you.
What you messing with my cage for? It's too late to make friends, warg meat. My tribe's coming. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute and hang you by your guts. They'll peel your face off and nail it to a wall. I ain't scared of some guard. Stick a dozen arrows in me and Priestess Guard'd still patch me up. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
A goblin healer. We really are desperate, aren't we?
Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal? Even if you did find my tribe, they'd set the wargs on ya. You need me. Get me out of here, and I'll tell them what a good friend you are. I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
The rat hisses at you, his eyes flashing distrustfully.
You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to have another sword. We might need it.
Ah, you. Thank you. You stopped us from making a bad situation much worse. Well met. Though I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business here, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This latest attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't see me. You, though... I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, more of my people will die. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please. Make them see sense. No word from the scout.
No, sir. Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
What will you do for work when we get to the city?
Get back, kid!
We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. Scowling your face will frighten a troll. You're an idiot.
I could use the target practice.
Need anything else?
Down you lot!
I swear that box's gaze is following me.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Moo!
moving.
Mistra Rill. Swiftly now.
Swift and lethal. My path be true.
Outflank, outsmart.
Victory awaits. You're needed in battle.
Got to keep fighting. Take two.
Never a dull moment.
What's the plan? Can't afford casualties now. Take your...
No choice but to keep going. Swift as my feet can carry me.
I will ascend.
A rough tempest I will raise. With haste.
Ready. On the move. want to learn a trick too. Some...
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. He's still staring right past you. You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks. You look the rocks over, but find no sign of a way through.
Can't say I've ever seen someone like you before. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. Call it. Heads or tails? Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested? Okay, fair. Let's go again. Heads or tails? Call it. Tails! There. Happy? Really? I mean, fine. Heads or tails? Tails! There. Happy?
Mister, come on. Okay. Heads or tails?
Tails! There. Happy? Fine. Heads or tails? Heads it is. There. Happy? Heads or tails? Heads it is. There. Happy? You're killing me here, mister. You really are. Just take the ring, huh? Free sample. Now, you want to take a look at the other stuff I got? Or maybe you just want to go? You got it. One sec. That's what I got. Nothing cool.
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn. You see her hand in your bags and the shame in her heart.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
Hey, you here to trade or? Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you. I am sorry. Sorry we're still talking about this. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here. Now, do me a favor. Make room for the chumps. Think you could stand back a ways, pal? I'm fishing for chumps here.
That's curious. Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Ragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out! Come, Magrin, give him a chance. You, get back! Keep back! Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You! Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Yes, I see. Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Goblins were of a rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns.
A mythweaver. This man has no respect for truth.
And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety? Witnesses noticed red dragon marching at rear. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? Really? Well, this does complicate things. But then again, well, never mind. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal! Ah, but is superstition all? These goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to dawdle. My friend, every story benefits from a dragon. Until we meet again. if you insist.
The idol! It's gone! Stolen!
The time has come. Remove the outsiders!
Speak. The bird knows. She needs to know. You do not. Not all enemies are outside our walls.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Have you lost your senses, Korga? Release her.
She stole the idol. Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger. She's a parasite. She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it. A gathered herd of the devils would indeed be disruptive. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila, to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage. Fine. What's on your mind? You're not the kind of company I'd keep. And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid.
That woman has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. But at least the child is safe. What is youth if not a time to be forgiven for one's transgressions? Ha! And you don't? You're wholly without vice or sin, or the occasional lapse in judgment? No. You don't strike me as quite that boring.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. Nothing befitting a child. Nothing befitting any of our world's creatures. We've let a snake replace our leader. She will see the tieflings driven out, or worse. Master Halsin. Perhaps goblin caught, perhaps dead. He'd set Mistress Korga back in line. Hold her to task, stop this damned ritual. More will die if the rite is finished. So many more, sent into a world gone mad. Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home. Sylvanus' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else. Come, Silver. Stay close.
Please leave. Our hospitality has limits, and they were crossed long ago.
The wolf's fur bristles. He wants to jump, wants to bite. His eyes dart back and forth as he sniffs the air. He can't see them anymore, but he can smell them. Many, many strangers. The wolf bares his teeth. He doesn't take orders from you. He would chase you down if not for his master.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster? You speak in paradox. I care not for steel, but I know if it bends, it breaks. I will not allow this grove to be broken. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove. Free from harm. Free of intruders. And mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the Grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike. You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the Grove.
One who tried to steal from us. Yet she failed. That's what matters.